Oh man, I really don't. Honestly, I don't really have a lot for you guys. Just kind of go some things that I've read. Heard some good things about a couple of freshmen. Ruben Bain, Cohen, the transfer from Alabama, offensive lineman, has been raving about going up against that kid, saying
Mm.
that Ruben Bain is going to be pretty much a good one.
Where's he lined up
Towards
at?
the time.
He's lined up at
I
defensive or
think
defensive tackle.
I think he's been doing both, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's been working him in at both. Because to me personally, I think he's going to transition to
D
a D
tackle, yeah.
tackle by the time when he becomes upperclassman. But they say he's all as advertised as far as just motor, just a great player. Of course, the five-star Francis. A lot of people projecting him to be a starter. Say he's been killing in that practice. But me, I ain't really been too keen on that. My thing is how they picking up on the offense and the defense because we know we just got two new coordinators, some guys that I'm iffy on that I'm in wait and see mode with. But the main thing I've taken from him is the guys see the players that seem to like him, and that's all that matters. I think players play better in the system and scheme that they like. From what I've heard about the defensive side with the DC, that is the defense is fun. It's aggressive, and a lot of the guys that was on our team prior to him being there are used to a more aggressive scheme with Manny Diaz. He was a attacking type guy. I think we kind of shied away from it last year with Steele. I think he was a little more. He didn't blitz a lot, but now it seems like they're back on attack mode, and a lot of guys are happy about that. Um, Corey Flagg, I heard, has been stepping up. He's holding down that starting spot. A lot of people didn't expect him to do that because we brought in a lot of transfers at the linebacker position, but Corey Flack seemed to be holding down his own. Like I've been telling people, the kid is smart. He's a ball player. He may not be the 4-4 linebacker, got all the measurables, but he knows where to be. He's a smart guy, and it's not always about your physical attributes at that linebacker position. It's about being knowing where to be and when to be there, and making the right call and getting adjustments made. Because that's pretty much your quarterback or your defense is the middle linebacker. Uh, Offensive wise, um, I've heard it's fun. I heard the offense is fun. As far as a lot of people are going to be excited to see it. I'm in wait and see mode. I heard the same thing about Gaddis, so I want to see it against some other people. Everybody looks good in practice, scrimmage against each other. Um, I just hopefully it's. I just want us to be able to scheme guys open. And Kobe Young has been seem to be the receiver that's been standing out. He's transitioned. He's number 4 now. Um, Haven't TVD is TVD. He's the starter. We know that. But I haven't really heard much else because I haven't really been paying attention to it as much as you guys probably have been paying attention to Florida State and Miami, but I mean Florida State and Florida. But I've heard some pretty good things. But like I said before, I'm just in wait to see mode because we had an All Star cast last year, and it didn't pan out. So I'm not trying to get too high, but not to get too low. I'm just happy that the players are happy with the guys, and they seem to be picking up on the schemes pretty well. So, and I think we're definitely gonna pick up another offensive lineman, and I think we probably pick up another DB and linebacker in the portal.
Yeah, what's y'all DB, y'all cornerback room look like? With I know Cormani was gonna be like penciled in starter if he was gonna to close out that commitment. What y'all look like DB wise?
We
Competition,
got
everything solidified.
no, I think nothing is solidified. Honestly, you got the Brown, you got a couple of transfers in, um, and we still got some guys that have to come in the summer, and I think Brown is doing pretty good. I'm not me personally. I'm not really. He did good at UCF, but he didn't really look as fluid in some of the drills.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
look at
know.
the back pedal and stuff. It
Yeah,
looked like he was uncomfortable doing that type of stuff, which was kind of weird, especially for a defensive back on that. Especially not necessarily. I'm not gonna say defensive back on that level, but a veteran defensive back put
defensive
that
back.
way on that level. That looked kind of iffy to me.
I don't know if it was a new drill he never done before. I don't know if they're coaching him up to backpedal like that. So I don't want to kind of. It just looked odd to me, like you said. When I seen it, it's like okay, that don't look as fluent as I would like as far as in my DB. But I think we still got some good guys. We got Chris Graves. We got Scott. We got some good some young guys that are pretty good that I think is going to step up. Um, so safety wise, I'm not worried about the safety room. I think we're going to be really good at safety this year. So I'm not even really. We ought to know those two
Nah, yeah,
spots is
y'all got.
solidified.
Y'all
Cornerback
definitely
wise,
got the best safeties in the conference.
yeah, I think Brown will end up being a starter just because he's one of those transfer guys. We need some vet guys at that spot, and I don't think he came here to sit the bench. So I'm looking at Brown to solidify that one of those corners, and I think Couch will be the other corner. To Corey Couch will be a starter at the other corner. That's the guys I predict. But overall, I just think that I heard the guys are really enjoying the new defense and the offense.